What's going on? It's your man, Mr. Controversy, representing the three-point conversion. Did you miss me? Yes, this is my NFL diary. Just finished week 7, about to head into week 8. But you know we can't leave week 7 without criticizing it. Let's have some fun, people. Another edition of Mr. Controversy's NFL diary. Strap up, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going in today. I want to shout out my three-point conversion team. And I want to thank everyone who's listening via live through Spreaker or iTunes or through the podcast. Either or, I appreciate you listening. And you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Controversies21, Mr. Controversy21. And also, you can follow the Facebook page, the 3-Point Conversion page on Facebook, and check out the website, the 3-Point Conversion website, or just go to the 3pointconversion.com. And also, we have a YouTube channel, the 3-Point Conversion YouTube channel, which you're looking at the video as we speak. So, week 7 is in the books. A lot of some good games. So I'm really going to talk about the fans on this one. It's a lot of fans. I mean, the way we, jump on people, we get excited about people, then we shut them down, things like that. So this show consists of segments like Counterfeit Teams. You know how we do. Just your first time listening, Counterfeit Teams. We talk about the teams that appear to look good or appeared with a ED look good, but they're really not. They're really not as good as they look. Not saying they're bad, but not as good as they look. It's counterfeit. Also, we're going to talk about who's getting too much credit. We got to point out someone who's getting too much credit. I wouldn't be me if I didn't do it. Then I want to talk about the mobile quarterback versus the pocket passer. Who's winning? Would a pocket passer ever go away? Are we sure that the mobile quarterback is going to take over the NFL? We'll get into that. And I want to question all my real football fans. Who are the real football fans? And I'll get into that later. So let's go ahead and start with our counterfeit teams. Shouts out to Sharon Beats for the music. Appreciate you, bruh. Okay, so first counterfeit team. You already know where I'm going with this. This is like the 3rd week in a row. I have to put them in here. I'm sorry. The Green Bay Packers. Counterfeit. Yes. Because this is my thing with the Packers. Like I said before, everybody wants to crown them as the best team. I had, I know we're losing, but I had to bring out my jersey. But anyway, we wanted to crown them as the best team in the NFL every year, but they're not that good. So let's go to the Thursday night game. Yes, Green Bay comes in banged up. I understand that. They banged up themselves. They're missing, they have no running backs. What does that matter? They're a passing team, right? You have Aaron Rodgers. That shouldn't matter. You have your line. You have your wide receivers. Why does it matter if your running backs are not there? Just plug someone in and do like you do. And which they did. They plugged another guy in, Ty Montgomery. He had a great game. But this is my thing. They struggled against the Bears. You say the Bears is the worst team in the league. Probably so besides Cleveland Browns. Not only that, this is a injured or injury-prone team. This is a hurt team you played against. So we saw Hoyer go out. So you're playing against Barkley. Matt Barkley, third-string quarterback, first year in Chicago. You still was struggling. Matter of fact, you was down in the game in the third quarter. You're playing against a bunch of rookies on the defensive end in the secondary. Why struggle? Okay, yeah, at the end, they got tired out because you threw the ball 500 times. But why struggle? Counterfeit. My next counterfeit team, the Minnesota Vikings. Counterfeit. This was the first time they went against a good team. I said this on the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Go check that out every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern on the 3-Point Conversion station on Speaker Radio. So, yes, this is the first time they went against a real team. Well, a defensive team. I say that, a great defensive team. And we saw what happened. I told y'all before, Bradford is not that guy. He's not. They got exposed. Why? Because, and true enough, Diggs is not there or he's hurt. He's not 100%. But they're not a good offensive team. You took away Adrian. It's game film now on Bradford. And you're not a good offensive team. Yes, the defense, we know that's the bread and butter of Minnesota. But now they've been exposed. I don't see how their defense can win games, but I don't see how they can continue to be dominant like they have been. Just stop them. If you can score 15 points or 16 points and play good defense or okay defense, you're fine. They're counterfeit. I mean, it's the same old Bradford. We know. I don't know why everybody jumped the gun. Like I said, I was impressed, but it's same old Bradford. So my last counterfeit team, the Atlanta Falcons. Counterfeit. Why do I say they're counterfeit? Well, they're not as good as we think they are. I mean, no, they did have 3 tough games. They beat Denver in Denver. They go to Seattle, challenge Seattle. They come home and beat San Diego, which is a hot team, a hot offensive team. I'll say that. But this is why you're counterfeit. Because you can't win the big games or the game you're supposed to win. This is the game you're supposed to win. You need it at home. 4 o'clock game, extra rest. You're supposed to win. Now, true enough, I don't think that was fair. Why bring in a team from the West Coast to bring them to the East Coast and then you still give them a 4 o'clock game? That's not right. NFL was wrong on that one. I would have been mad if I was the Falcons. But yet still, when I think about the play calling, because you were up 17, then you allowed them back. But the play calling at the end, when on the 3rd and 1 in overtime, you do a quarterback sneak with weak Matt Ryan. And when I mean weak, he's not a running back. He's not that guy you would say, all right, man, we need just 1 yard. I'm not giving it to Matt Ryan. Nah. So you do that, and then on 4th and 1, you call a bogus running play. You have Julio. You have a tight end that most people don't think about, and Tammy. What happened to the play action? Come on, man. But you give the ball, and nothing against Freeman, but everybody's expecting you to run. Horrible play calling. Then you didn't punt. Why? You was at the 50-yard line. You was the 45, 50 maybe. Why didn't you punt the ball? Falcons counterfeit. All right. So now I want to talk about where are my football fans? And when I say this, my real football fans, because I want to talk about that Sunday night game. It was a 6-6 tie. Man, that was a horrible game. It was boring to watch. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Nah, man. That's what football is all about. I think we forget what football is about. It's a contact sport. First of all, no turnovers. So a lot of people said it was sloppy. How could it be sloppy when there's no turnovers? You had two great defensive teams playing against each other. The other one saying, I want to top you. You can't outdo me. Arizona was moving the ball. Now, Seattle, they didn't move the ball. Seattle, Russell was still hurt. But I say it was a good game. I mean, it wasn't like, it just wasn't like no one was able to move the ball, or it wasn't any great defensive plays, great hits. No, it was a great game. Then at the end, both teams drove down, just the kickers messed up. See, I think we get to a point where we're starting to get used to fantasy football, and then you have the real NFL fans, then you have your fantasy football fans. It's a lot of fantasy football fans who used to be real NFL fans, but they let the fantasy game take over. And now, if their running back is not getting touchdowns or players are scoring, it's not a good game. People rather see a game where the team wins 45-42. I don't want to see that game. To me, that's boring because there's no defense. None. You might as well watch college football. I want to see a game where teams have to strategize. They have to come up with big plays, pressure moments. I don't want to see every time the team has the ball, they score. Then they come back and the other teams. I don't want to see that. That's not football. That I want to see hits. Like if your son is playing football in high school or grade school and he's on defense, that was the game for him to watch. Textbook tackling. I mean, it was just great football. I thought it was a good game. Like I said, many people, you're so used to seeing these high-scoring games, or you want basically the fantasy type game. That's what football is not about. That. That's why it's called fantasy football. Get out your fantasy world. So I'm going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back to talk counterfeit teams and mobile quarterbacks. We'll be right back.
This is Lamont Brothers from Talking Ish, and I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know what's in Mr. Controversy's interview diary. Make sure you stay tuned.
It's a commercial for all you all wondering why I'm not talking.
Yo, it's your man, Mr. Controversy. You are listening to the 3-Point Conversion Station. You know how we do it. Keep it locked.
All right, we are back. So we talked counterfeit teams. We talked about the real fans. I want to talk about how some of the fans are jumping into the players' basket, so to speak, too soon. That they're NFL fans, and I can't lie, I get like that sometimes also. I mean, that's just how we are. So we're used to, because it changed week to week. So you don't have time. I mean, you have your stars like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, people like that is going to be good week 1, week 2. So I'm just saying, it's like when you think about these players that all of a sudden do well, They start to do well a week or two. Everybody, oh, he's the greatest player. He's the best player. Oh, he's great. He's prime example. I'm gonna give two players. First player, Matthew Stafford. Now, first of all, remember on the show last week, go listen to it. I stated when I talked about players who don't get enough love, I talked about Matthew Stafford and Phillip Rivers. I mentioned those people's names, right? I said they don't get enough credit or they don't get enough love. And we saw what they did this week. But sticking with Matthew Stafford, he comes back and scores a winning touchdown. Really doesn't have a great game per se. Everybody want to say now, I'm hearing people on NFL Network, people who like to watch, just fans, period. Or he might be the best quarterback in the game. Who, Matthew Stafford? Come on, man. How just because he had a few good weeks, Detroit Lions are 4-3. Yes, he's playing better than he has been with Megatron. No way he's top 5 right now. He might make the top 10 just because of what's going on this year, but everybody want to jump on his bandwagon and say, okay, this is the guy. He's playing great. Matthew Stafford, oh, he's good, man. See, I knew no. This is the same Matthew Stafford 2 years ago that was throwing picks. It's the same guy. He's playing better. But let's not crown him and deem him as the best quarterback. Well, he has 19 comebacks. Well, he shouldn't have been down. I mean, come on, man. They were down because he threw 2 picks earlier. All I'm saying is, let me bring it back. Matt, I'm not saying that you're a bad quarterback. All I'm saying is you might feel the same way. Everybody want to be all up on you now because you had a few good games. If they weren't on you before, stay off of them. Even Detroit fans looking like, stop it. You know what I'm saying? So let's calm down. Another player that everybody has basically jumped on is Ajay Ajayi. I think I'm saying his name correctly. 2 straight 200-yard games. Crazy. Wow. He broke a record or he tied like 4 running backs. Crazy. But now everybody wants to crown him the best running back right now in the game now? Everybody wants to say, oh, man, this guy is awesome. Man. What did he do beforehand? What was he doing beforehand? Okay, yes, he got in the rhythm maybe, but let's calm down. LeGarrette Blount went off against Pittsburgh last week. Let's just calm down. Buffalo's interior defense is not that good. I mean, they're missing linebackers, and let's calm down. That's what I'm saying. Let's just give them a chance to do it in 4 to 5 weeks. Now, if he continues to get 100-yard games here, 89 games the next game, 89 yards the next game, that's fine. They're okay. But just 2 weeks now, we're all on Ajay Ajayi. Now, he's supposed to get the praise that, oh, man, he's been running great. He's been running great the last 2 weeks. But that's not make him a top back in the NFL. Him, a top back in the NFL? You didn't even know his name 2 weeks ago. So you couldn't even name the starter for the Miami Dolphins 2 weeks ago. So all I'm saying is, let's calm down, Let's calm down. Don't be so quick to jump on a bandwagon. Now, I want to talk quickly. How I'm supposed to say it. I'm sorry. I'm saying it incorrect. Who's getting too much credit? It sounds like a hate show, doesn't it? I don't mean to sound like that. Just want to speak the truth. Who's getting too much credit? It's a certain guy in San Diego named Melvin Gordon getting too much credit. Not saying he doesn't deserve credit. He's just getting too much. All right. So Melvin Gordon, I'm not gonna lie. He's been playing great as far as scoring touchdowns. I mean, this dude, let's be real. So in 7 games, I think he has 8 TDs. I think so. 8 TDs is, am I right? I think 8 TDs. So yeah, so I mean he's doing his thing. I might be wrong. He might have more. I'm gonna look it up. But anyway, my whole point is he has 10 TDs. Wow, 8 rushing, 10 TDs. Balling. I mean, that's great. You say he should get all the credit, right? Let's really look at this. He only gets touchdowns when he's maybe 5 yards in. Now, true enough, it's a lot of running backs that can't do that. But if you're in the NFL, you should be getting a touchdown if you're at the goal line, 5 yards, 3 yards. So the team is getting him there, and he's getting the touchdowns. He's benefiting. But let me look at another stat. When I think about his rushing yards this year, he only has 461 yards, 3.3 average. Come on, man. Like I said, he's good as far as getting touchdowns, but he's not a top 10 back. Fantasy-wise, maybe because he's getting touchdowns, but he's not a top 10 back. Let's be real, tell the truth, and shame the devil. He drops passes out the backfield. He can't catch. He's a fumbler. All I'm saying is he's getting too much credit. Melvin, if you're listening, man, I'm not saying you're not good, bro, because you're doing your thing this year. Just think they're giving you too much credit. And I think you agree. Your mother will agree. You know? Now, you're doing what you're supposed to do is get touchdowns when you're at the goal line, but you're getting too much credit because you're not balling like they think you are. You know what I'm saying? You're not, and you know you could be doing better. You know you could catch some of those passes. Melvin Gordon is getting too much credit. Okay, before we get out of here, I want to settle this debate or want to spark it up. Who's better right now in 2016? Now, I'm not saying who would you rather pick, lead your team. Who's better right now? Is it mobile quarterbacks or is it the pocket passes? We're talking about this year. All right, so let me list a few mobile quarterbacks. Cam Newton, Russell Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota. Great players I've named. Let's list the pocket passes. Derek Carr, Matt Ryan, Jameis Winston, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, Big Ben, Eli Manning. Maybe I should leave Eli out of this. Phillip Rivers, Kirk Cousins, Andy Dalton, I put him in. Very good, great quarterbacks. So who's winning? Because at one time, I know I spoke of, and I won't put nobody else to blame. I'll speak of myself. I put that the mobile quarterbacks were taking over. Everybody wants a mobile quarterback. Everybody want to see the mobile quarterbacks come in and save the day, make that run. No one's open, take off and run for the first down or what have you. But if you look at this season, the top quarterbacks in the league, Derek Carr, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Matt Ryan, pocket passers. Now, Cam Newton, I don't know what's going on with him. Russell Wilson, he's hurt. Tyrod Taylor's been playing good. Aaron Rodgers, he's still effective mobile, when he's running. Andrew Luck's been good, and Mariota's been balling. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's kind of like, I don't know. But all I'm saying is we just we we just thought that, or we thought that the mobile quarterbacks was here to stay. But these are younger pocket passes. I mean, Brady, yeah, Big Ben been for a while. Matt Ryan, he's been for a while, but still, I mean, in quarterback years, he's not that old. Derek Carr is young. Jameis Winston is young. Now, true enough, Derek Carr can get out if he needs to. Jameis Winston can get out if he needs to. Matthew Stafford can get out if he needs to, but they're pocket passers. Rivers, he's not getting out. But they're balling. They're playing great. So can we really say that the pocket passer, their position is gone? I don't think so. I don't know. But I'll say this. In crunch time, I'll take a mobile quarterback quicker than a, just because he can use his feet, not just to run, but to buy him extra time. Pocket passers, they're limited, but they make plays. They make plays. Now you have some mobile quarterbacks that if they don't see anything, they're taking off running. But the great ones know how to use it to their advantage. And then some of the pocket passes, like I mentioned earlier, Brady is very crafty. We saw him get a couple of first downs Sunday. Carr is crafty. Jameis Winston, he can do it also. Big Ben, he's not going to run really, he's slow as I don't know what, but somehow he gets away. I don't know. They might start breeding pocket passes again. I think it's a great question. The good thing is most of the mobile quarterbacks, if not all, are very young. So they have a few more years. But I know as of this year, I think they're getting outplayed by the pocket passers, the crafty ones. But I think I still take a mobile quarterback. I don't know. It just depends. I guess it depends on the team. Depends on my running back, on my wide receivers. If my wide receiver can get open quick and is the beast, I don't have to worry about being mobile. If I have a great line, I don't have to worry about being mobile. Neither does the owners either, or GMs. Because usually if it's a mobile quarterback, the offensive line is not going to be good. The wide receivers are not going to be good. Just how it is, how they do us. I don't know. I love mobile quarterbacks. But so that wraps up another edition of Mr. Controversy's NFL Diary. And once again, I'd like to thank everyone who's listening and who listen. Make sure you share this. Make sure you let your people know. And I definitely appreciate everybody. Once again, it's week 7. Yeah, week 7 going into week 8, year 2 of Mr. Controversy's NFL Diary. Please pass it on. Please share it. Hey, I'll take criticism as well. Comment if you agree, if you don't agree, wherever you see it, comment. I love to go back and forth. Mr. Controversy 21, Controversy Raphael on Facebook. Come holler at me. I'm out. You all have a great and wonderful day. Peace. Will you miss me? Out.